The Chicago Bulls hold off the New York Knicks and win 124-123. Let's talk about this incredible game by the Chicago Bulls and some of the key takeaways that we can hopefully just build upon as we continue this season. Let's talk about all that and more. But first, gotta hit the intro, baby. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is the Chicago Bulls Breeze. I'm your host, P Kid from the Windy City Breeze. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let's talk about these Bulls, man. Listen, the last game against the Cavs, we saw them give up. We saw them actually, lose that game due to turnovers and costly things like that. But they led in several statistical categories. Heck, the game previously, they led in several statistical categories. In fact, heck, stop me if you've heard this before. But what if I told you the Bulls led in field goal percentage, was compatible or did better than the opposing team in 3-point percentage, shot better from free throw, did not get dominated in any of the other key stats, but still lost. We've said that multiple times this season. However, in this particular game, we've actually built upon it, and we've now actually allowed it to translate into wins. The Chicago Bulls have dominated or did dominate this particular game, at one point leading by as much as 22 points. Now, why did it end up being a 1-point game though? Well, it's actually something that, looking at the game, because I had to catch up a few minutes behind everybody, foul trouble, and Billy Donovan actually talked about that. Foul trouble and not giving enough resistance to the cup. The reality of it is, and we talked about this when it came to the Hawks, we talked about it when it came down to the Cavs, who led the league in points in the paint, and the Bulls led the league in giving up points in the paint. But we saw a lot of the same here. But this time it was more due to foul trouble than anything. And that was like a reality, right? When you are in foul trouble, you are not as aggressive as you typically would be. Not saying that the Bulls wouldn't have given up these points anyway. But it's good to know that in this case, there was a clear reason and indication as to why some of this happened. Also, let's just keep in mind, basketball is a game of runs. The Bulls had theirs, in which they were up by as many as 22, and then the Knicks came storming back. I mean, stop me if you've heard this before, but the Bulls have done the same to plenty of teams before as well, even some this season. So let's not get too caught in the weeds in regards to why that particularly happened. We came out with the W. Let's see what we can build upon. Now, there's a couple of things that I actually liked and I saw that I felt was really, really, it gave me the belief that we had something that we could actually build upon. It even gave me the thought, is this something we really want to move away from when it's finally clicking? And I know it's early in the season. We've been here before. The hopium is high because we just came off a dub, but the Knicks are a really good team. Many people have them going back to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the finals themselves. This team did not come in taking us too lightly. They came to hoop, and they did hoop. I mean, like, let's be for real. Karl Anthony Towns did hoop. He was getting busy. Jalen Brunson was out there trying to hoop. Typically hits those type of shots that would have cost us the game. So they did hoop. They didn't take us lightly. This was a hard-fought game. But when you look at everything and you really look at what was put on display here, I saw a synergy that we finally got to see after so many years. And it was like, yo, it finally looks like it's coming together. What do I mean? Let's talk about one key player, and that's the player of the particular game, Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine, 12 for 17, 4 of 8 from 3, plus 21 for those who are plus-minus fans, 31 points to go along with his 8 assists, his 7 rebounds, his 2 steals, his 1 block. Got to talk about them turnovers. But he had a dominant and efficient game. And it didn't happen at the risk of taking everyone out of rhythm or anything like that. It happened in the flow of the game. And that's what you like to see. in transition points, pulling up with confidence, knocking it down, actually just being aggressive when the ball swung his way and making something happen. When it happens in the flow of the game, you no longer have people just standing around looking at who's doing what and things of that nature. And that's what we kind of saw today. We saw Zach Lavine score within the flow of the game. We saw the team kind of rally around that. And that is realistically what you want to see. And I mean, I can't say it enough. It looked really good. It looked really, really good. I mean, and I know I'm having this moment because yes, I am a Zach Lavine fan. I do like to see him cook and stuff like that. I do believe he can be a number one, and you can say all those things. They be true. Like I'm a fan. I'm not ashamed to say I'm a Zach Lavine fan. Some of you all are saying get rid of him. I think the Bulls have a real opportunity with him here. But I understand this ship may have already sailed. But it looked really good. It looked even better to see that he was able to be efficient, get 31, not sit there, take a bunch of shots, and no one else cook. Billy Donovan mentioned it like he has the ability to get hot and start to cook and things of that nature. And there's this duality where it could be, oh, he's cooking in the flow of a game. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. It is working well, or he's cooking in it's him four people watching one. And in this case, it wasn't four people watching one. It was literally one individual cooking within the flow of a game. Everyone's still involved. Everyone's still making himself a threat. And it looked really good. And it led to an early lead for the Chicago Bulls. This is the Zach Lavine that I've been waiting to see. And it's not to say that he hasn't had the ability, but injuries here, I still think the DeMar DeRozan factor was there because typically it would be DeMar doing this. When DeMar's not there, and who's the guy to step up? Zach Lavine. I've always felt like he had this capability. It's good to see it come to fruition. And it's good to see that everyone else is stepping up. Nikola Vucevic still being steady at. He's still giving me 11 rebounds, still giving me giving me 2 steals, giving me the 19 points, giving me that double double, like double double king right there. Kobe White still giving me the 22 points. Still been a little iffy on the 3-point line. 2 of 9. We're gonna work it. We're gonna get it together, Kobe. We're gonna get it together. I still have faith in you. But putting up those numbers and actually having a surprise game from someone who we've cooked so many times. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I said that the minutes that you give P. Will, you need to go ahead and give it to Montes. But P. Will must have heard it because he actually cooked in a way where he put up 18 points and was being more aggressive than we've seen him. We saw something great. We saw something really, really good, and it felt great, and it looked great. I want to hear your thoughts, man. Listen, there's a lot to take away from this game, but at the end of the day, it still is a W, and that is always the great thing. Let me know what your thoughts are. Whether it's love, whether it's hate, put it in the chat. I'll be in there with you. Till next time. Peace.